Going live, it's like a sitcom. Starring Tilly or Jazzy as Tilly. Like that.
So if everybody
doesn't sit on the couch.
Anybody that's watching it, make sure you share out the.
Yeah, I shared it.
Going live. Oh, the live one. Let's see. Are we live right now? Oh, hey, yeah. There it is. Starring. Going live. Gonna share right now. Gonna share it right now.
Excuse me.
Oh, I got it.
All right, we're live. I'm going to be right back.
Oh,
You are all viewed on the camera, so feel free to talk.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Is there anyone in the group yet?
4 people.
4 people, nice. So we're about to start in just a few moments here. If you're unfamiliar, we are a part of the Noobs and Dragons show, a D&D podcast. It's a part of GameZilla Media. And as far as that goes, we're doing a live event because we sort of had a deal when we did the charity event back in December. So because of the fact that we had gotten enough people to give to GameZilla Gives Back, we were able to reach this sort of tier where we're doing a live event. Now, this live event is going to be available on patreon.com/GameZilla Media, and it is going to be free because this is technically something we had promised for January, but due to some illness and stuff, we're, having to start it a little later. Now, as far as that goes, with us is my good buddy Chops, who plays Alistair.
That's me.
You want to explain Alistair a bit?
Lord Alistair Lockwood is a bard from the noble Lockwood family who has tragically been murdered and is looking to reclaim the glory and name that he once had for his family. He primarily fights melee style with 2 swords, but when shit hits the fan, he turns into an animal or beast or whatever, usually gets killed just in time for everyone else to finish off whatever it is they're killing. Basically.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
So Jazzy here is playing Tilly, who is a forest gnome cleric. And tell us about your character, Jazzy.
Tilly is a forest gnome cleric.
Mm-hmm.
That's Tilly. No, I'm just.
Oh, thanks for sharing. Okay, next.
Who
So you're gonna have
knows?
to drag it out a little bit.
Who knows what happened to Tilly's mother?
Uh-huh.
She is presumed by Tilly to have died giving childbirth, or at least she was led to believe that by her father, who raised her growing up in the forests, and ended up losing connection with her father as they, went their own separate ways.
Yeah.
When they came back home, he wasn't there. Who knows where he went? And she's been kind of looking for him ever since. Came across Jandar and Alistair.
Well, we met.
Oh yeah,
Prior.
yeah.
And now you don't like me anymore.
Yeah,
so.
well, yeah. See, we started off where it was like I met Alistair, and without a father figure in my life, I was like, this guy
I'm going to fill
could
that
really
role.
be the one.
He
And
looked up to me physically and other stuff.
but I was
I
just
don't
a shy
know. I don't
little
know.
forest gnome, and now that I have my buddy Bard
Yeah, sure.
and my my badass hunter on my side,
You got corrupted by
less
Jandar.
shy, more like these guys are going to beat up anything that gets in my way. So I've
chaotic.
found my courage.
More chaotic.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So we're about to be joined by Grim in just a few moments here. He's doing some last minute prep work. Now, for those who are unfamiliar with Noobs and Dragons, it's not necessary that you are up to date on the newest episode. This adventure is something that could maybe someday happen, potentially. We'll see how that goes.
It's almost like a filler arc in an anime series.
It's almost like a filler arc.
Or like when a special guest appears on a sitcom. It doesn't really have much to do with the overall story, but hey, the special guest is here.
It's almost like the Garlic Jr. saga in Dragon
There
Ball,
you go,
but
there you
good.
go. You're
but
claiming it's going to be good already?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Because we have our fans to help us out.
All right.
Our fans are going to be able to chime in. So every so often, just so you guys know, I'm going to ask for some help. I'm going to want to know maybe what's in this room. What do they see? Like, what's going on? And maybe if, as I glance down at the chat, if I just see something that I think, oh, I just really want to use that right now, I'll just change gears and totally go with it. So,
Question, Dungeon Master.
Yes.
When you do ask for something from the fans, can I give them guidance?
No, you cannot cast guidance on the fans.
Can I give them inspiration?
No, you have to have line of sight for that.
I have line of sight if they're comments.
What if I use Dimension Door?
Now, here's the thing. If you go to one of our fans' place, kick in their door and yell Dimension Door as you head in, I mean, I can't stop you.
If I kick in their door, I'm yelling.
You'd hope the police would stop them, eh?
If I'm kicking in the door, I'm not yelling Dimension Door. I'm yelling,
No.
surprise, motherfuckers!
Oh, boy.
Oh man. So
It'd be Nick too.
We already got a questionable comment from Chris Kellogg saying Tilly is awesome, which is wrong.
Whoa! I like this Chris Kellogg guy.
Tony said that he wants me to sing a lot.
well, I mean, it's what the fans want, so we'll see.
I'm gonna have to try to remember songs. This is gonna be awful.
I want to have to try on mine because Tilly's is awesome all the time.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. You keep tooting that horn, you jerk.
So Grim is with us.
At least I know what a horn
prep
is.
work is done. Grim, if you wouldn't mind explaining your character to the listeners.
Oh boy. Let's see. A super angry wood elf that is a little temper tantrum, little bit of rude. Likes to get into mischief when he's feeling good, and overall, just if you haven't been following the podcast, I don't want to give any spoilers, but I was on a big quest that I just kind of got to wrap up my end of it, and now I'm just kind of tagging along with these guys, having fun poking Alistair when I can, and just making his life difficult.
Just always
and
picking on me.
then Tilly and I getting into some silly stuff. So. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm just I'm the DPS. I do a lot of damage, and I think I think I'm the shit until I roll a 1, and then I realize I come back down to earth.
With this setup,
Yeah, you missed the explanation.
Yeah, we recorded an episode before this of actual Noobs, and in this setup I can actually see. I can't see these guys' sheets because I always sit across the table from them.
Yeah.
So sitting next to them, I get to see everything they're doing, watch their dice rolls, see their character sheets, and I kid you not, I look over and Jandar, he's rolling his attack dice, and he rolls it, and I look, and it's a 2, and I'm like, fuck. At least it wasn't a 1. Like, this is he's probably gonna miss this, and he's like, 16. That's a hit. I was like, what? How do you have that much additional attack?
That's that bow, baby. That's that bow.
The bow.
The orc killer bow.
Yeah.
Very special.
Very special.
One day it might come back to bite me in the ass, but right now it's my favorite thing I own.
So let's go ahead and start up. We've sort of laid the groundwork. This adventure doesn't have too much to do with the overarching plot, potentially. And
but if you'd like to hear more about Noobs and Dragons, go to GameZillaMedia.com. Check out Noobs and Dragons on there. Sign up for our podcast on all your favorite apps. TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You won't regret it.
I had been told before that you'll be hooked by the 4th episode, but recently we've had a fan who was hooked after the 1st episode and then binge listened from there. So, which is great to hear. So hopefully, if you enjoy this episode and you had no interest in this beforehand, you'll check out Noobs and Dragons. We're going to go ahead and start up. So I'm going to kind of lay the groundwork for what you guys are dealing with here. You guys ready?
So are we refreshed on our things? Like, is like clean?
This is a clean slate,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Clean slate, yep. I mean, remember to keep in mind anything from the show, of course, that's still ongoing, but yeah. And as far as that goes, you three are in a cavern. You guys kind of sit up, and you realize that maybe you guys have been unconscious. You guys kind of look around, and you're not really seeing like a whole lot because it's kind of dark, Alistair. Like you're having a tough time seeing. Jandar and Tilly, you guys can see a little bit better in the pitch blackness, and you see that there's a bunch of like metal scrap around you. You look up, and there's like a hole in the ceiling. And it looks like on the ground is like the hole is probably about 10 feet wide, 10 feet by like 10 feet, this big wide hole. And it looks like on the ground is stuck into the earth is what looks to be like a drill bit that's the same size. It looks like maybe you guys drilled through. You kind of feel like you hit your heads and your memory's a little fuzzy though, and you're not entirely sure what's going on.
I'm blind! What's going on? Tilly, Jandar,
I'm doing everything I possibly can to like dance around his arms so he can't feel me.
I need to feel another person.
Tilly, make a acrobatics check.
Will do, no problem.
Yeah, thank you.
21.
With a 21, Alistair, you reach out for your friends and you shout, but you don't see or hear them.
I need an adult.
I'm already getting up on my feet just to make sure I'm nowhere near whatever's happening over here.
You step off to the side and you look around, and you kind of have a bump on your head. You're not really sure what happened, but there's this like scrap metal all around, and it looks like there's this like drill bit in the ground that's sort of like stuck, like with the point end in the ground, no longer moving or anything. But when you look up in the ceiling, you see this big hole. You're not sure what led you down here, but your kind of memory's kind of lost right now.
So I'm looking around the room then to see what doorways we have or what options we have, because we're obviously not going back out the way we came in.
Yeah, so you think it would be pretty tough to get up there, and even if you could, you're not sure if you'd be having an easy enough job climbing. So you take a look around, make a perception check.
Are we injured at all?
Your head kind of hurts, Tilly, but you don't feel injured.
Not like hit point injured.
Yeah.
That's an 8.
With an 8, you look around, and with an 8, you see there are 2 passageways. One, like cavern ahead of you, and then it looks like there is a door on the other side of the room. So like ahead of you is the large cavern, and then there's like a doorway to the right.
Doorway's closed?
It looks like it's closed.
Can I use the cantrip dancing lights?
Absolutely. You activate dancing lights, and you see Tilly dancing around in front of you.
Oh, Tilly! Wait, you jerk! What the heck? All right, where are we? What is this place?
I think you said that you wanted to drill and something about gold, and now we fell a bunch of feet into a pit. So basically, it's your fault.
Wait, gold?
Well,
gold down here?
There was an old story about an uncle I had out to the west who was a gold miner, but honestly, that's too.
Why do you have an uncle for everything?
It was a large family. Wait,
Was anyway.
Okay, well now I'm fine. I'm seeing what they see.
Yeah, you see this like scrap metal on the ground piled up, this drill bit, this hole in the ceiling, and then otherwise on the like the far right side of the chamber is this door, and then ahead of you is this big cavern way that continues on.
Tilly, did you build this thing?
Man,
No, it wouldn't have broke if I built it.
Oh, okay.
I really pitched that like for a chance for you to sing a song, but you didn't sing, so that's a bummer.
I don't know what song you wanted me to sing.
For once, I was hoping it would happen. It didn't happen, so we're not going to force it. We're just going to keep on going. It's
going to go naturally.
Yeah, we're going to keep on going.
Investigation check.
Absolutely. Make an investigation check there, Tilly.
That's a 1. It hit the pencil. That doesn't count. I re-rolled it. You saw it.
No.
Yeah, sure.
What a wonderful omen.
Looks like a drill bit.
You kick at the scrap metal
room.
You kick at the scrap metal a bit, and Tilly, you don't really see a whole lot. You kind of like kick a bit at the ground, like this chrome piece sort of falls over, and you're stumped.
Oh, jeez. Well, I'm gonna go up to that door and see if it's locked.
Absolutely. You get to the door and you try the handle. Roll a d20.
Ooh. What is this, a regular roll?
Just a regular roll. Just
yeah,
a d20
that's
roll.
a 2.
It is locked.
I'm gonna kick it down.
Absolutely.
Running, flying, jump kick.
Flying jump kick.
I've
Absolutely.
jump kicked doors that were locked, much heavier locks than this one.
Oh, yeah, sure, because you looked at the lock before you just decided to go jump
I
kick it.
never look at the lock. I just
Exactly.
flying jump kick the door.
Strength check.
Oh, God.
He can't psych himself out.
Oh, wow. That's a lot better.
That's a
lot better.
21.
With a 21, you go running and you fly into the door, and your little gnomish frame smashes into it, and the door just smacks off its hinges.
Oh,
That's right.
jeez.
And then, am I prone? Am I prone?
Oh yeah, you hit the because you flying jump kick, right?
Yeah.
You hit the door, it smashes open, and you hit the ground.
I want to hold my fist up in the air. I want to surprise, motherfuckers.
I could have done that.
Yeah, okay. We only have one door smasher, kicker downer in this group, and it's not you.
It's the gnome.
I raise my hand.
You're right.
That's right, it's Tim.
Help me out, Alice.
I'm gonna walk past Tilly and high five her.
You high five her.
Yeah.
And you walk past into the door. You walk into this chamber, and you see what looks to be kind of familiar carvings. Make a history check.
Oh gosh.
We can all make it.
Well, Tilly, you're lying with your back on the ground.
So I can't check history.
I mean, until you get
the
up and
best
move.
place to think about
To
it.
12.
With a 12, this looks like it looks like this is like a shrine, and it looks like the walls are carved very similarly to the Shuddering Mountain with the
We don't know this yet.
with the tendrils of stone kind of carved out, with this sort of like octopus looking carving, which, well, in most cases you might think like octopus or maybe Mind Flayer.
Is there a path down, or is this room is just that?
Looks like this is just a shrine. If you want, you can make a religion check if you want.
I want to stand up,
Ugh.
Sure, you stand up.
and then I want to do a perception check on if they're moving.
Absolutely, make a perception check.
Don't do it.
21.
With a 21, you stare, and it doesn't look like they move. Looks like
Thank
they're pretty
God.
stationary.
I don't like this, guys. We're in a creepy place. I don't remember how we got here. My head hurts.
Yep.
Tilly is obviously more athletic than I am right now, and I'm very embarrassed by this.
Right now?
Right now. Yes, right now.
Always.
Only right now.
Huh?
Let's get the hell out of here. I don't want to be here.
Uh,
Don't want to be here.
make an intelligence check, Alistair.
Oh, man, that's a bad idea. It's a real bad idea.
What'd you get?
A 2?
With a 2, your head just hurts. It's you can't.
I just got a headache. I want to go lay down.
Yeah, your head just hurts. You really can't sort it out. You almost feel like a memory started to flush up, and then it was gone.
No,
Just
no. What else is here? Jenner, did you find anything else?
No, I did about as well as you did looking for stuff.
Stealth
there's
down
a
this hall.
path,
There's
right?
Yeah, this hallway, right?
Can we pull that drill bit out from the ground? Does this look stuck?
Make a strength check.
With guidance.
Tilly, you want to help me with this one?
Yeah, sure.
the low
No, I'm
bit.
a gnome. I
You-
can't lift heavy things.
You tear down doors, no problem.
Make a strength check with
can't-
guidance.
Yeah.
So you had a D4.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's your help. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Not a 2.
Yeah.
And there's a 2.
20. Wait, a strength check?
Strength.
Oh. That would be a 22.
With a 22, you pull the drill bit up. It's probably around like 40 pounds, 50 pounds. So it's heavy, but it's not heavy enough you can't lift it. You just, at this point, you're not really sure where to take it. Like, you lift it a bit out of the ground.
I just want to pull it out of the ground and, like, I guess, stand it up right now with the point up.
Sure, you do so. You flip it, so it's like bases
You want
down.
to put it in the bag of holding?
I don't know, man. Well, we
could use it
carry
real
it
bit.
in the bag of holding?
It's weightless.
It's big enough so that it won't fit in the bag of holding.
What?
Yeah, so like the bag of holding goes out about like this.
I thought this was a magical
It doesn't-
bag.
it doesn't,
Craig.
like, suck it in.
But it doesn't suck things in. It has to fit into the bag to be able to do so.
Is the bit, like, tipped like a diamond tip drill? Is it like what is it? What's used to cut things?
Make a intelligence check.
I can't believe that doesn't fit in my bag of holding.
I mean, the thing is like 10 feet by 10 feet, you know?
Magical bag.
Intelligence would be a 21.
With a 21, it looks like the thing is pretty worn down. It thinks it looks like it had been used quite a bit fairly recently, presumably to make the hole that you maybe came in through. It's hard to tell.
So is it hot? Is it, like, still warm?
No, it's not. It seems like it's cooled down. If it was hot, maybe you had been unconscious for a while. It's hard to say.
Alistair, send your dancing lights up this hole and see if we can determine
light
how
coming from the
far.
hole, or no?
No, there's no light coming
I'll
from
throw
the
some
hole.
lights up there. They can go up to 120 feet, but
They go 120 feet, and it looks like the tunnel is over 120 feet.
is that tunnel roughly Tilly sized?
I mean, it's 10 feet by 10 feet.
It's roughly all
So
of
if I
us.
just chuck you up there,
Yeah, you're going to throw me
you
a hun-
grab to the wall.
Listen.
And you
I understand you think you're tough because you
climb
just
it.
lift a
You
drill
just
bit.
climb. Listen,
I'm a noob.
I've been
10
working
feet
out.
by 10 feet.
I've been working
What do you
out.
want
I'm
me
on
to
this
grab
new
onto?
workout routine.
Jandar, what are you doing?
I don't know. I'm just I'm just looking at them like, we haven't made any progress at all. We're still in this hole. We moved the drill bit. We saw a couple options. We kicked the door down. There we go.
Yeah.
That's our progress. We kicked
That's
the door
it.
down.
That's right.
So we're just gonna go through the passageway then over
Yep.
there, right?
I'm just going to lead the way.
I
I'm
cast
just
blessing
going
of
to
the
head
trickster.
down this corridor.
Sure, absolutely. You head into the corridor, and it kind of continues on for quite a bit, and you start hearing like kind of echoey noises in the distance. Make a perception check.
That will be
Good
a
thing you blew on it.
17
With a 17,
for effects, Alistair.
you hear maybe like a clanging sound way in the distance of the hall. But with a 17, you look up and you do see this spider kind of crawling along the ceiling. It's probably about like maybe Tilly size. The thing's really big.
Oh, lovely. I don't like spiders.
It's
yeah.
red and black.
Oh, yeah.
Is he in the hallway by himself then?
The spider?
No, him. Jander.
No. I mean, Jander said he was leading the way. I presumed you
okay.
guys followed, unless you didn't want to.
So do we all see the spider?
I mean, Jander points it out. Sure.
Oh. Tilly,
Ew!
you want to ride that, Tilly?
No, to ride the spider?
Oh, it's your size.
Oh, God. I'm going
Kill
to... Right now, it just looks like one.
It's just one, and it's clinging up on the ceiling, and it's just sort of like slowly crawling around.
Yeah, let's fire an arrow at it.
Slide it
2
out.
arrows at it.
By
Hunter's mark first.
You Hunter's Mark it and launch 2 arrows.
Because I
Go ahead and
never
roll.
forget Hunter's mark, ever. Oh, that would be a 33,
I think that hit,
Jesus.
and that would be a 24.
and that's also a hit.
Okay, good. Glad we got that out of the way. And we are sitting at... Oh, man. 32.
With 32 damage.
Yeah, I rolled 18 on
Oh,
just
it's
my dice
dead.
alone.
God.
Then my bow, yeah. You gave me the bow, Craig. You gave me the bow in hell. Here we are.
Touche.
Spoiler alert.
You launch 2 arrows. They slam into the spider. It makes this like nasty hiss sound, and it falls to the ground. And from the angle that you were looking at, you could see like it's like the back part, like the abdomen and stuff. And it hits the ground and it freezes up. It looks like it kind of like clenches in a bit, and it looks like it's dead.
I'm going to kick out its fangs and put them in the bag of holding.
You get to the front of the spider and you look down. Make a Arcana check.
Oh, that's not good. 13.
With a 13, you look at it and it doesn't have the head of a spider. It looks like it has the head of like what looks to be the shapes you've been seeing throughout or previously in that shrine. It looks like it has like an octopus like head with like 8 like fleshy tendrils coming off it.
Is it moving still, or the tendrils itself, or just the spider?
Just it looks like it's
dead?
dead, but it looks like it had like the head of a Mind Flayer.
God.
Lovely.
We gotta
don't wanna
mind-
be in this
why the
place.
Mind Flayers. All right, let's keep going.
Wait, you guys hear that?
What?
The acoustics in this tunnel are fantastic. It's
I didn't see that one coming.
And your voice echoes down the hall.
ooh, I just died in your arms tonight. Yeah, there you go. Now I'm feeling this scary ass tunnel.
Okay.
Let's go forward.
Let's keep moving on.
Absolutely. Alistair, you have what, dancing lights following around you?
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
can't see for shit.
No, you
without
cannot.
it, so, or would it be better to pull out the lantern?
Would you prefer the lantern?
Yeah, that way I don't have to run a concentration spell going the whole time. I'll hold the lantern out.
You grab out because you have like a hooded lantern or
Yes,
whatever, right? Yeah,
yes.
you pull out the hooded lantern, and the flash, kind of scans around, and you three start walking down the hall, and the clanging sound is getting a little louder.
You also don't look as cool.
and then who's leading? Jandar's leading.
Jandar's the leader.
I'll be in the middle since I can't see. You want
That's
to be
a good
in
idea.
the rear?
Yeah, sure.
And I'm just gonna sing. We're off to see the wizard, the
Oh
wonderful
my
wizard of
God.
Mind Flayers.
Yep. I
And
regret everything. If I ever get out of this damn whatever we fell into, we're never getting out. This is actually we're dead. This is actually hell. This is it.
God, I didn't even think about
This is we're all dead.
I don't know. It was pretty shitty when we were alive. This can't be.
You're not wrong.
So far, this isn't as bad as living.
I don't know. Octopus head spiders already tell me
It could have
that
been horse heads.
it
hands.
already tells me
horse hands.
horse heads
for
that we
hands.
should be worried about what's next.
I don't want horse heads for hands.
so you guys, very pathetically, continue on,
Yeah.
and so you guys start walking, and the clanking sound is getting a lot louder. Go ahead and make a perception check, you guys.
Oh boy. Okay, that wasn't too bad.
17.
16.
Unnatural 20.
So what did you get, Tilly?
17.
17. You get a 16. So with the 16 and 17, the clanging is getting quite loud. And you had a what again, Alistair?
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. So with the 20, it sounds like metal on metal.
Like a blacksmith
Or
kind
like,
of hammer?
or not even like maybe like
Or just
tin,
clanking?
like tin on metal. It's like a clanking sound, and it's kind of flimsy.
Tilly, does this sound at all like when, I don't know, you don't do work like hard with metal, like blacksmithing stuff, right?
No, I tinkered.
Yeah, I still don't know what
More
that
like a
means.
cog in
I have
like...
no idea. Yeah, but how do you get the cog? Like, do you make the cog, or do you just like buy them at the cog store? I don't even know what does
the
tinkering
cog
mean.
store. Yeah, let me just stroke the local cog cart that comes by our forest every now and again.
I'd like 3 cogs and a cup of coffee, please.
I mean, that sounds like a
Straight, I'm all out of coffee.
I'm gonna
but I have
write that.
plenty of cogs.
I'm gonna write that business idea down in the little piece of paper and slide it in
Yeah.
my robe for future reference.
I'm
right.
going to write something down on a piece of paper as well. Not going to tell anybody what it is. I'm going to put it in my pocket as well to save for later as I just stare directly into Alistair.
You want to do it for real?
Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Then
I do
guess.
actually, yeah.
All right. So you guys walk along a little bit, and you see up ahead is what looks to be like a prison cell, and it's like it's carved into the wall. Like it looks like there's like a hole in the wall basically, and then there's like metal bars, and you see somebody kind of clinking the metal bars with like a tin cup.
Cloak of Shadows.
You cast
go
Cloak of Shadows, and you go invisible.
All right. Well, I don't see it because you're behind me.
He ain't
so-
gonna see me.
Oh, hello, friend.
You shout, and the form stops slapping the like this cup against the metal bars. And as far as that goes, the form stops.
Oh God.
Oh, and that's Alistair making note and
Not Alistair, that's Jandar. Jandar
sorry,
making a
Jandar.
note.
Yeah,
Very important
My
note.
paper's of a higher quality and may have like a little shimmer to it. And I roll it. I don't fold it like a savage.
Fair enough.
Hold on a second. I'm going to fold my paper as many times as I can.
I think there's a maximum amount you can actually fold a piece of paper.
Jandar angrily folds up his paper as he glares at Alistair. Alistair, you walk up to the form, and you see what looks to be a dark elf. It looks to be a male dark elf. He has kind of long hair, and he just sort of like stops and like stares at the three of you as you guys.
Two of you.
Oh right, two of you because Tilly is invisible. To see the two of you, and he just sort of stops and stares.
Hello.
Hi.
Who the fuck are you?
What he said.
He says, I'm a prisoner here. It makes sense that I'm here. I don't know who the hell you two are. How did you get here?
Where is here?
He says, you're in Illithid Penitentiary.
Oh shit.
Whoa, what?
We were already in this
You
place.
told me there was gold in the ground, not
We don't remember why we're here.
I'm making it up because I want to blame you.
Oh god.
I want to sneak up to the bars,
Sure, you sneak up to the bar.
and I want to like grab onto the bars, and then I want to like reveal myself and go surprise.
Well, let's see. Does he freak out? Yeah, he does freak out. He screams and throws the cup at your face, and you take a point of damage. And it bounces off your head and rattles to the ground.
Hashtag worth.
That's what you get, Tilly. That's what you get.
He goes, cripes.
I know she is stupid. Anyways, this is Illithid Penitentiary. How long have you been here?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe about 140 years?
What?
I said 140 years.
You know what year this is?
What?
Like, do you know like what year it is?
Do you know what year it is?
There's no, like, recording. Like, this isn't, like, year 300 in
I just wanted to see if I
this
knew
era.
like how long we were knocked out, maybe from.
Like, you wouldn't be able to tell from that.
Okay.
You can ask him some questions and see if he can, like, give you some clues. But, I mean, yeah,
You do look older.
Do I? I
Yeah.
didn't think I looked older.
You didn't have that
Yeah.
beard when we started this campaign.
Yeah, I did.
No, you
Do I look
didn't.
older? I haven't been moisturizing my skin as much as I should have been, honestly. I need to get back to doing that.
the guy kind of leans through the bars. He goes, yeah, we all have problems, man.
Yeah, let me tell you, like, going through the shit we go through.
I lean
if
in, I go,
don't
now
get a-
you did it.
if
Now
I
you
don't-
did it.
If I don't wash my face at least twice in a day, like, I get, like, the worst dry skin.
So the warden sent you
And
to
it's-
punish me. That's what
and
this is, right?
Who?
The warden?
What warden?
The warden of Illithid Penitentiary.
I don't know who that is.
What's he look like?
We came in through a hole through the ceiling with a drill.
What are you in here for?
Is that what that
Throwing
noise was?
cups?
No, a little bit worse.
Throwing multiple cups?
If those cups also murdered people, then yes.
Oh, you murdered people with
Yeah.
cups.
Cup murderer.
Not usually with cups, no.
Extra large cups.
Yeah, sure.
Got it. Almost you would say like they're big gulps of like you would take with those cups.
I don't know what you're implying.
Okay, never mind. Anyways, so the warden, do you know the warden's name or is it just the warden?
He's just the warden.
What's he look like?
Well, he's an undead illithid.
What's an illithid?
A mind flayer.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, yeah. Got it.
But he's undead.
But he's
Yeah,
undead.
he's undead.
Undead, okay.
This sounds better and better.
All right.
This guy's
okay.
boring me. Can we go?
If
What's
I
your
lo-
name?
I'm going to need a name, and I don't have one here listed, so I'm going to say Jarak.
Drak?
Jarak.
Okay. Drak.
Which is a few of our
Names combined?
listeners right now, their names combined.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Well,
Jorok.
is
I
this-
like that name.
do you want to get out of here?
Are you going
You gonna let him
me
out?
of here?
I don't know.
Been here
Do we
for
let him?
140 years for throwing cups.
Yeah, he's a cup murderer.
Murdered people.
You know what? Yeah, it was just the cups. That's why they locked me up. You should really let me out
Where
of here.
did you get caught? What city?
In Weenalume.
Okay. We're going to go talk over here for a second. You just stay right here.
Yeah, you just debate amongst yourselves.
Yep.
I hope you'll make the right decision.
Yep, guys, let's hop over here.
And you guys
Walk
walk
away?
off, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna eye him down, and then I'm gonna pick up the cup and take it with me.
It's a good idea. He may kill you with it.
You snag the cup and walk off to the side with it.
I think he looks trustworthy.
Let's huddle up.
That's
gonna
one vote
here's-
for trustworthy.
He is trustworthy.
I'm not the only vote, is what I'm saying.
He's a murderer.
But his name's Jirok.
That's it. That's all we know.
But that's a cool name.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is. Yeah,
It's a trustworthy
pretty
name.
cool. It's almost as cool as Alistair, but it's not as cool as Alistair.
But they're talking. I'm bored. I go back over to Jirok.
Yeah.
Like, Jandar, nice to meet you.
He goes, yeah, nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, us elves got to stick together from these fucking idiots.
Yeah, right? It's all about
I
elven
mean,
kind.
I'd kill people with cups too if I had. Oh wait, I do hang out with them every day. Why haven't I killed them with cups yet?
You know what?
You're a genius. You're ahead of your time.
He gets kind of like close to the bars. He goes, you let me out, we can kill him together.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh God, I don't hear this.
No, they're whispering amongst themselves as you two are off to the side.
Tilly, I don't think we should let him out. I think I have a change of heart.
Listen,
This is a weird feeling I get.
there's nothing he's
Based
gonna
off
do.
what I'm seeing, before they can finish their conversation, I would like to figure out how to open this door.
Sure. So it does look like there is a door, and there is a keyhole. You can't imagine it's unlocked, but you can try unlocking it in any way you want.
Don't I have a lockpick?
If you have a lockpick set, then go ahead and give it a
I
shot.
don't think so.
I do.
You have thieves' tools?
If you have thieves' tools, then go right ahead. Otherwise, you can, I don't know, jimmy an arrow into it.
Yeah, I'll just go with the arrow.
Sure, absolutely. Make a dex check.
Perfect.
With disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
I'll just kick it down. Just saying.
Excuse me. With disadvantage, dex check
Yeah.
on natural 20.
You pull the arrow out, and the guy goes, "That's never gonna work." And then you hear the, and then, and the door swings open. He goes, "Well, I'm damned. It's gonna work."
Hey man, us elves, we got to stick together.
Absolutely. You got a dagger on you?
You know, I think I do have. Do I have a dagger? No, I don't have a dagger, but I think they have a dagger. Guys, you got a dagger? He's looking for a
What?
dagger.
I was talking to Alistair. I was like, there's no way he's going to kill us. Look, I have his cup, and I hold it up in the air.
You want a dagger to give to the guy who's murdered people?
I mean, we've murdered plenty of people.
Yeah, I don't see
Yeah,
what the problem
but-
is.
Tilly's murdered innocent people.
I don't know.
Spoiler alert.
Do you know how to get out of here, Jirok?
I mean, if you give me a dagger, yeah, I'll get you out of here.
I mean, how about this?
you don't have to worry about Illithid Penitentiary when you give me that dagger.
No, I got to worry about you when I give you that dagger.
I'm just standing behind him now and laughing like he's evil.
Gandar, are you possessed?
No. But do you have a dagger?
I do, but
This
I'm not going to give
this
him a
guy
dagger.
needs a dagger. Okay, what do I
that's
have?
not gonna happen.
Hold on, I got something for
Why
you,
don't you just
buddy.
carve a dagger?
I got something for you.
Oh yeah, what do you have?
Let's see here. Scimitar? You like that? How's that sound?
It's not my normal choice of weapon, but I'll take it.
Hold on.
Is
Let's
it
make
nice
sure.
and rusty?
You know, it's a little rusty. It's got
Yeah.
it's got a little bit of life to it. You know,
Goes, yeah, hand it here.
It's got some history.
Yeah, hand it here.
You want that?
Yeah, please.
Okay. All right, I'll give him the scimitar.
He takes the scimitar, stares at it for a moment, and go ahead and make me an initiative check.
God damn it!
Damn it.
He's not attacking us. He's attacking the spider thing behind us.
20 unnatural.
All right. Jander and Tilly, what'd you get?
21.
21. And Alistair?
14.
His turn. He immediately swings the scimitar at you, Alistair.
Damn it.
He gets a 24
My
for sure
God.
AC.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, kill him! I mean,
D6,
Man.
D6 for your scimitar, right? Nothing crazy?
I don't know. I don't have a...
D6, yeah.
D6, thank you.
Yeah, D6 plus 5.
Is it plus 5? Wonderful. You take
Rusty scimitar
7
plus
damage. 7 damage.
Jesus. That's horseshit.
Scimitar D6. Rusted. Plus 5.
How's that
He-
plus 5?
He slashes you, blood spurts out,
Ow!
and he goes, "Give me the saxophone."
Yes!
No.
Give him the saxophone.
I'm not giving you the saxophone.
Okay, fine. Give him the flute.
I'm not giving him anything in mine, unless it's my sword in his gut.
Tilly, it's your turn.
Saxophone. Can I go try to fist bump him and be like, nice job.
You hold out your fist, and it's not his turn.
Oh, okay.
When it's your
You
turn.
just left him hanging.
I'm still feeling it. Though. I'm still feeling
Oh
it.
god.
Tilly, what are you
Ourselves
doing?
got to stick together.
I'm going to cast minor illusion.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to pull out what looks like a saxophone, but it's like my size saxophone. Not like Bard size saxophone.
It's a mini.
And then I'm
saxophone.
going to go, you mean this saxophone? And I'm just going to hold it by my head and like run around in circles in the dungeon.
You run off, and let's see if he takes the bait. Well, on his turn, we'll see if he takes the bait. Tilly runs off. Jandar, you hold out your fist for a fist bump, and it's not his turn. What do you want to do?
I guess I'll just first. I'm going to use my bonus move. Ask him, why you want the saxophone?
I want to sell it.
Sell it.
Buy a better weapon.
Oh man. What's my distance from this ass hat?
Right next to him, aren't you?
You
let him out. You let him out.
That doesn't mean I'm standing next to him.
You did.
I mean, I was close enough to try to fist bump him.
Yeah. So you're about 5 feet away.
5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
God. Man. Should I just turn and shoot 2 arrows at Alistair?
What? No.
Yeah, I got to make a new faction, man. He clearly knows how to get out of here.
This is a bad idea.
I'm just kidding. I feel disrespected that I didn't get the fist bump.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that he doesn't appreciate my weapon, so it's going to be Hunter's Mark on him with 2 arrows.
Sure. Are you backing like 5 feet away out of his zone?
Yeah.
He swings and gets a 18 for his attack of opportunity. Does that hit?
Yeah.
You take 9 damage as he slashes you in the hand that was.
My own weapon, you evil piece of shit!
He slashes at the same hand that you were holding out for the fist bump.
And it's a rusty, so now you got tetanus.
Yeah.
Jandar, go ahead and.
It's my rust, so I'm safe.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
as long as it's his own rust, you can't get.
Go ahead and make attack rolls.
First one is a 24
That's it.
and a 18.
Both hit?
Okay. He hasn't taken any damage yet, right?
No, he is not.
Okay. 12, 14, 28.
You hit him with 2 arrows, and he kind of you hear this like sickening thump as they go through him. Alistair, it's your turn. Make me a perception check. Free action.
Perception, that would be a 28.
With the 28, you see looks like something from the ceiling is kind of dropping down on him a bit. It's hard to tell what it is.
On him?
On him,
the
yeah. It looks like it
ceiling?
hit looks like it hit the top of his head from like up above him.
Like a rock?
Like liquid?
Maybe. You look up and it's, for you, Alistair, it's pitch black because you can't see up there. You don't have the...
Get
I
some
still have
night
I still have my
vision.
lantern out, right?
I mean, do you want to take the time to raise up the lantern?
Well, I gotta be able to see, right? To attack him?
I mean, your lantern's in your hands, and you can see him.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just wondering if you wanted to, like, crane it up into the air to be able to see above you.
No, first I want to fuck this guy in his face.
Sure, by all means, roll the hit.
Yeah. How many can I attack with since I have the lantern?
If you were holding the lantern, you can hit twice.
Hit twice?
With the other sword.
All right, I'll just hit twice.
Unless you want to drop the lantern and cast dancing lights, but that might be a standard action, so never mind.
It is, yeah. 16 and 12.
Both hit.
Nice.
The 12 even hits.
Yeah, because he doesn't have any armor on, right? He's just
No.
like
Emaciated prisoner.
rags and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right, let's see. He takes he takes 23 damage.
Wow.
Do I murder him? Let me please tell me I murder him.
You stab him twice with a sword, and he kind of holds his hands out to you, Tilly, the hand that isn't holding the scimitar, and he goes, saxophone, and falls over.
I'm gonna take the cup from Tilly real quick, just snatch it out of her hand. I'm gonna throw it at him, like, eat it! Eat that cup!
You throw the cup, hits him on the top of the head, and it bounces off and rattles away.
Yeah, I know you like getting murdered by your own weapon.
I grab my rusty scimitar and I go, we were friends! We were going to have so many activities together!
Rude.
Evil person! And I stab him a couple times with the scimitar.
You stab him a few times, and make a
that's
perception
just-
check.
That's just gross.
Jandar and Tilly.
Perception would be a 24.
7.
Tilly doesn't notice a thing. She kind of is like dancing around with the illusion of a saxophone, potentially going like.
Hold it up like this. Come and get me.
And you turn around and the guy's dead. Like, it looks like they're just stabbing the heck out of him. He pulls out the scimitar. And Jandar, you look up and you see what looks to be like motion coming down from the ceiling.
Like towards me? Mm-hmm. I'm going to move.
You back off, and the form of a red and black spider
Damn it.
jumps down, hits the ground, scoops up the body, and darts right back up into the up in the air. Looks like whatever it was on web, bounced down, grabbed at missed you, grabbed the body, and went right back up.
Did I see this happen right in front of me?
Yeah, and you see as the thing goes flying in the air, tiny red and black spiders sort of kind of hit the ground and scurry away.
Oh, God. Get out of here, $8. 8 spiders. Oh, man, this is so gross.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Well, see ya, cop murder.
Does it look like it was, burrowed through, or, hole, or, I don't know, can I seal it off?
So what are you asking?
Can I seal the hole off so the no more spiders come out?
What hole?
It was just on the ceiling.
Oh, it was just on the
you
ceiling?
look up.
Oh, I pulled the lantern up.
You pull the lantern up, and it looks like in this chamber that you entered into, it looks like the ceiling's way up. Your line of sight with the lantern
God.
goes
So
off.
there could be anything above us.
Yep.
Oh, God, I need to go to a place where I can see
Anything,
the holes in the ceiling.
anything inside of his cell?
Oh, no.
You go to the cell, make an investigation check.
All of us or just him?
Just Jandar.
Okay.
That would be a 16.
With the 16, you take a look around. You see a tray with a bowl. It's empty. It looks like maybe there was a meal brought to him. You look around. There's a chamber pot. There's scratch marks along the wall, and there's hundreds upon hundreds of them. It looks like maybe every day, maybe week, you're not sure, the guy had been scratching them into the wall. If he's been here for 140 years, then he's been here a long time.
Okay.
Is there any other pathways out of here?
Yeah, further down the hall.
Yeah.
Why don't you lead the way, Alistair?
Oh, God. I don't want. Okay. I'll pull out my lantern and before we go, no more making friends with prisoners. I think it's a rule that we should make right now. Can we agree on that?
What if we don't know they're prisoners?
Well, if they're in a cell in this
Maybe
prison,
they were wrongfully convicted.
I mean, I'm not a judge,
Still
but I'll
makes
certainly
him
be an
prisoner.
executioner if I have to.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Because if I give a gift to someone and they turn on us, I expect you to kill them.
I mean, you guys,
Okay, fair enough.
You gave that guy a gift, and then he slashed you in the hand.
And then he stabbed me.
And he stabbed you. Yep.
Yeah, that was not fun. Okay.
No.
Onward.
Sure. So you continue on, and your lantern light kind of as you hold it in front of you, the light kind of bounces around as you hold it out, and you see what looks to be a pathway that kind of goes up and around. And as you hold up the lantern, it looks like there's a pillar of prison cells that go up almost into a tower.
I cast Sending to Zoff, and I say, Zoff, giant spiders, rusty scimitars, saxophone,
Cup murder.
thinking beard emoji, love Tilly.
A few moments pass, and he responds back, I hope that it worked okay. And that's it.
Okay. Do we hear anything out of the spiral of cells?
As he asks that, I just scream up the cells. Hello!
And a moment later, you hear somebody say, hi.
Yeah, there's people here.
How close is that? Hi.
It sounded pretty close.
Yeah, it was probably about 45, 50 feet away. You see a cell ahead of you, and you see what looks to be a drow woman in the cell.
Oh.
Hello, who are you?
Hi.
Are you a cup murderer?
She says, no, I'm not.
That's good. How long have you been here?
She says, I've been here for maybe around 200 years.
That's almost as long as I've been here.
That's a shame. It's wonderful to see you've escaped. I don't suppose you'd be willing to let me out.
It depends. If I give you a gift, would you try to kill me with it?
Never.
You sure?
I'm positive.
So then why are you here?
She says, I had tried to leave the city of Enwina Lume and was given probation. I didn't want to stay in the city. I tried to leave again, and they imprisoned me for it.
Does everybody from that city get imprisoned here?
Many of the people from Enwina Lume did. This is a prison that was, used for the Drow kingdom of Enwina Lume.
Should we let you out?
I think so.
So is Enwina Lume? Do I know if that's is that underground? Is that
Make a history check.
Well, you do
I
that.
don't
I'm going to
remember.
ask her, between the three of us, who do you like the most?
The one who's going to let me out, of course.
The answer was me. You got it wrong.
And then I like you the most, as you're going to be the one that lets me out.
I got a 16?
With a 16, you know the city name of Enwina Lume.
Yeah.
It is the city where Telomere Venomstar
Yeah.
That's from.
was from. He was captured in the city of Enwina Lume. On top of that, Hildegard Arachnos is from Enwina Lume. It is a Drow city where they do not let people leave. Their citizens are pretty much stuck in the city, and no outsiders can go into the city either. They're very xenophobic.
You guys remember that, right? Venomstar was from this.
Yeah.
All these people are.
So we'll
Do
let
you
you
know our
out.
friend?
Oh, he's not a friend of mine.
Do you know our friend Venomstar?
She says, I've heard the name whispered amongst some of the cells.
The boogeyman.
How do you feel about Venomstar when you hear the name?
It sounds rather terrible, to be honest, if the rumors are true. A serial killer of children?
Yes, they're
Horrible.
true. They're very true.
Good.
Horrible.
Good. I like this one. I'm going to open the door.
Sure.
Arrow!
You grab out an arrow and jam it into the locking mechanism. Go ahead and make a dex check with disadvantage.
Well, it's probably going to be what I just rolled right there. So that will be a 11.
With an 11, you try to kind of like jimmy the lock, and you're unable to do so with your arrow.
I kick it down.
Make a strength check with disadvantage.
What the?
Oh my god!
Straight
Holy cow!
19.
With a 19, you kick the door hard, but it's a cell door. It doesn't buckle from a kick.
He rolled a 19 and a 20.
I mean, that is amazing. That is amazing, but it is a cell door. You would need a lot of strength to be able to kick something like this in.
Arrow! Can I do it again?
Unfortunately, no. No matter what you try with the arrow, it does not work.
Looks like we can't let her out.
You could try.
I'm not gonna try.
You could be a good person
I'm
to try.
not gonna do that.
This person's going to help us.
I'm not gonna do that.
She knows the way out.
No, she doesn't.
She could help us avoid the warden.
She says, I certainly don't want to be caught by the warden.
Yeah. What can you tell me about the warden?
He takes his job very seriously.
Yeah.
The city of Enwina Lume raised him from the dead long ago. He was one of the last remnants of the Mind Flayer kingdom that once resided in the Underdark here.
So he's powerful.
I would say so. It's best to avoid him.
Where does he dwell? Do you know?
At the top of the tower, to the best of my knowledge. He sometimes leaves. More recently, I did see him patrolling this area, but I've lost sight of him. I try to avoid contact with him.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We should just keep going, guys, and just kind of get out of here and get the hell out of here.
We should get out of here. I would hope that you would let me out.
No, I'm sorry. The last person we let out, who was just down that hallway, tried to murder me.
Murderers try to murder people, but I merely tried to leave the city of Enwina Lume.
That's what you say now until you try to murder me. I'm not falling for that. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice.
Detect thoughts.
Shame on me.
Absolutely. She has to make a saving throw, right? Wisdom?
Yep.
She fails. You try to probe into her mind, and you see that she isn't telling the truth. She did not try to just leave the city, and that's why she was thrown in jail for 200 years. It looks like she had tried to. She was a part of an uprising in Nwinalume. It looks like she was one of the leaders of a coup d'etat that failed.
You can tell us that or no?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell them that as I lean in and look at her, be like, listen, I asked you for the truth and you lied to me. So now you can just stay there and we'll find our own way out.
I think it's a great idea.
And you damn well know what I'm talking about.
Peace!
She doesn't say anything, and she kind of like recoils into the shadows of the prison cell.
I yell out, "She's a witch!" and I pull out my pendant and I shoot Scorching Ray at
Oh
her.
my God!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Hold on, I have a message for her first. We were friends until you betrayed me and we were going to have so many adventures together.
I swear to God, you guys are high.
Go ahead and roll the hit, Dilly.
I'm just trying to recruit friends that are better than you.
In a prison.
Better than Alistair.
I'm touche.
16, 17, and 15.
Roll damage for all three.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, yes.
You're gonna murder every-
sided dice.
I'm pretty sure this prison's not going to have any prisoners. Oh, jeez.
He's rolling more.
Uh-huh.
24 damage per bolt.
Don't these feel good?
3 blasts of flame go flying into the cell. She screeches in agony, and she crumples to the ground.
Oh, my God.
She was a
witch. No, she wasn't. She
I think she was.
invisible at command. You're a witch.
I mean, we're not disagreeing
But
with
I
that.
can also dodge firebolts. She could.
Oh my! She was in a cell. How did you do? Why did? Oh my God!
Next.
I want to get out of here, and I want to get away from you too, because this is terrifying.
Sure. Go ahead and let's see. I had you roll it last time, Alistair. Tilly, go ahead and make a intelligence check.
Intelligence? My specialty.
Yeah, that's a real specialty you got
6.
there.
You feel like you almost had a memory of what this was all about, and then your head starts really hurting. You can't figure it out.
I'm heated still from that witch.
Physically?
Well, my hands burn.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
A little bit.
Let's just keep going.
Sure. So you guys, now at this point, you guys can head left, and you think that's going to lead you to a ramp that leads further up the tower? Or you can head right. Where would you like to go?
Let's go right.
Sure. So you head to the right, and the kind of path coils around this like tower of cells. And go ahead and make me just a D20 roll, Alistair.
12.
You see 12 of those giant spiders.
Oh my God! What? No! Oh Jesus!
The one time he rolls above it, too.
Jesus! Oh my God! 12? Where are they? Are they like right in front of me? What's going on?
Yeah, so they hiss and like make this like nasty hissing sound, and they turn to see you as you guys round the corner, and you see that they have those illithid heads.
Okay. Okay.
Do they see us? Are they advancing on us?
They see you, and you guys have an action before they can move.
I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave on them.
Actually, I think you should sing to them.
No. It's
Yeah,
hates
like
my-
a lullaby. Put him to sleep.
No, I'm gonna murder them.
I'm
Now,
just saying.
what is the range of
Singing.
Thunderwave?
It's a 15-foot cube. So how
Each
many would I
one
be
of
able
them,
to get?
Each one of them is medium size. So with a 15-foot cube, you're going to get a few of the 12, but not a whole lot of
Not a
them.
whole lot. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
And they are. You said they are advancing on us.
They have not advanced yet.
They're all bunched together though.
Not really bunched up. A few of them are, but there's like there's 12 of them in this like open area. Alistair, what are you doing?
How many would I be able to get in that Thunder Wave?
2?
2. I mean, that's better than just me attacking one.
I mean, once you attack, you're gonna have 10 more spiders on you. What do you want to do?
If you sing to them, you affect them all. You could change all their lives.
Yeah.
Don't have an
Make an
attack.
insight check.
Okay. It's a 1.
It sounds like an amazing idea. Listen, an amazing idea.
All right, then. I'm going to sing to them.
Sure.
I'm going to sing to them as if what I'm going to be. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web, and he sighs, catches us just like flies. Look out! The spider's going to murder us right now.
Nice work.
Make 2 rolls. A performance check.
Okay.
With guidance.
With guidance, apparently.
Okay.
I liked it.
So that would be a 18.
Hell yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
Okay.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check.
God.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Animals? Okay.
That's a 21.
The spiders, sort of like the hissing sort of subsides, and they just sort of stand there. They just sort of stay in place.
What?
They don't make aggressive movements or anything.
I'm going to walk past them. And as I'm walking past each one, I'm going to be like, what's up, buddy? How's it going? How you
Now,
doing?
are you walking like back the way you came?
Through them?
Or are you walking through them?
No, through them. Yeah, they subsided. He put them to sleep.
It's a bad
We're good.
idea.
Sure. Go ahead and make an animal handling check, Tilly.
That is
God.
a 12.
With a 12, you start talking to them, and you're like, hey, yeah, and they sort of like the hissing starts to kind of rise up as you start walking towards them.
Okay, guys, calm down.
Sing another
She's with me. I'm walking in the spider webs. Leave a message and I'll call you back. It's all your fault. I screwed my vocals. Never my vocals.
Go ahead and make me a performance check with advantage that time.
Oh, okay. That's awful. Performance would be you guys okay?
What'd you get?
14.
The greatest thing you've ever done.
With a 14, sounds pretty good. Go ahead and make an animal handling check with advantage.
Oh, man. I haven't lost it like that in a while on this show. Oh, God. Woo. I'm not
Animal
adventure with you.
handling is a 13.
With a 13, the hissing sort of subsides as Tilly sort of steps back. It looks like if you want to get through these guys, they're going to be real mad, but you think that you might be able to back off and go the other way.
Let's go the other way, guys. Let's go
There's
the
a
other
door
way.
at the other end, though, isn't there?
No, there isn't.
No, it's just a room full of spiders.
It's just an empty cavern with spiders. That's why I was kind of confused.
I know this!
Because you're not listening! You're not listening! Listen!
Listen, we just thought it was a great
God.
audience for you to sing to.
And
we know you like the audience.
Let's back up.
Yeah, and you guys back out, and did you guys want to head the other way?
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Oh, God, I hate you all.
So you guys walk the other way, and you coil up the path, and you see there is a like a long hall, and there's a few more cells along the way. Otherwise, it looks like there's a path that goes into the center of this area, and otherwise the path kind of keeps going up as well. Chandler, go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Not my strong point.
Can I give inspiration?
Yeah, you can give inspiration for that.
I'll give inspiration.
What's that give me again?
You get to add a D10 to it.
Oh, wow. I actually have to go get one of those. I don't have those. I'm not used to rolling that.
Uh-huh.
That would be, you said intelligence.
Yep.
So, 22.
With a 22, you get the feeling that you're here for a reason, Jandar. You think that there's something. Maybe you had to shoot. You feel like there's something you have to do here, something bad here. You're not entirely sure. You feel like you kind of have to shoot it, but you're not sure with what. It's a little fuzzy.
It's a lot of help, Greg. I shoot everything I see.
Touché. You don't
Guys,
feel like
I
it's
feel like we're here for a reason, and it's for me to shoot something.
You get the feeling, though, that it's not necessarily just like fighting something. Like, you feel like it's specifically you've been instructed to shoot, which is kind of weird because normally if like somebody tells you, hey, I want you to kill something, it's just go kill it. But in this case, it's specifically shoot something, which is kind of weird.
That is weird.
Make a Arcana check, Tilly.
Natural 20.
yeah.
You sense not necessarily above you as the path kind of like, coils up this tower of prison cells, but down this hallway that you're in front of, you get the feeling that there's something down there that's really dangerous, very, very like aberrant, and you get this weird feeling that like maybe that's what Jandar's talking about, like that you have to do here, but you can't really figure out why you think that. Oh, also with a natural 20, you also sense in one of the cells is something of great value to you.
In the cell we're going up to, or like that we passed?
That's you're coming up on.
Okay. Let's go.
Let's go where?
Up here.
So Tilly,
Yeah,
you
I let
tell
them
us
know.
what-
I let them
okay.
know that there's
Thank
like
you.
this. Yeah, something of great value, but also something of great destruction.
So you sense
that's like my
like
life.
the terrible thing you sense is way down the hall. But in the prison cell to the right, you walk up, you look in, and you see a cell that's filled with skeletons and a wheelbarrow.
Oh, Jander! Look what I found!
You know what time it is?
Money, money, money! Hop in the wheelbarrow. We just run down the hallway.
Well, you'll have to open the cell first. It's locked.
Oh,
Arrow!
Roll dex check with disadvantage.
Well, there's a natural 20. Still a unnatural 20.
You jam the arrow in, twist it, and it pops open.
Hey, grab the wheelbarrow.
You grab the wheelbarrow.
Is
You want
there,
to empty out the corpses?
is there anything magical at this wheelbarrow?
Just go.
No.
Just go with it.
What's up?
Like anything special about this wheelbarrow?
Every wheelbarrow special.
Every wheelbarrow is special.
Oh God.
Now,
When you have friends like Tilly, every wheelbarrow is very special.
that is so true.
Is there any booze in this prison? I feel like
You haven't found any yet. Normally, prisons are dry. Go ahead and make an investigation check. If you want to make an investigation check as well, Alistair, feel free.
natural 20!
Oh God.
One of the skeletons
Oh my
has a
God.
flask.
I got an natural 20 as well. Oh shit.
So
Oh my God.
you look into the other prison cell, and you see what looks to be like a chained up body. Looks like they've died of like malnutrition a long time ago. They're like mummified at this point. But next to them is like a pile of like torture equipment, and one of them looks to be like some kind of weird gnomish contraption.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess do I have to open up the cell then
Yep, go ahead and make a
with my thieves tools?
thieves tools check.
So just a regular roll for me?
Yeah,
Or just a regular no disadvantage. Okay.
yeah, no disadvantage.
So I grab this flask.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is important.
Yeah,
And I shake it, and there's stuff in it, right?
sure. Yeah, there's liquid.
Fantastic. I don't even really want to smell it. I'm just going to down it.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll a d20.
13 for me.
With the 13, it pops open.
Okay. I'll go in and look at this gnomish thing.
19!
Wonderful. It tastes really harsh, but it is actually alcohol and not poison. Good for you.
Woo! Let's get drunk!
So in the with the torture
Stuck in
gear,
prison. What else am I going to do?
with the torture gear that you see here, Alistair, you move aside like the poker and all this like nasty medieval stuff.
Yeah.
But the gnomish contraption looks to be like almost like it's like a gnomish megaphone. When you talk into it, your voice is sort of like booms out a bit, but it looks really flimsy and old. You think that it's falling apart, but you think that you'll have a few uses out of it.
Oh, okay. I'll pocket this and I'll just kind of. Well, before I'm just gonna tap on it a little bit.
Boom, boom, boom.
Did they notice it?
Yeah, you guys hear this loud noise, and you turn around, and Alistair's playing around with this weird gnomish contraption.
Chili, do you know what this is?
Yep. It's a nomophone.
Okay.
Well, you asked what it was.
I didn't expect that answer. I can't lie. Okay, well, what's it? It just projects my voice.
Pretty much, yeah. But like 10 times the power.
Wow.
Also, it's not a wheelbarrow, so get on our level.
Alistair, as you're playing around with it and you like sort of like hit something on it, this weird like tone comes out and it's just like, and it kind of like craps out.
Oh, Does it not work anymore?
You're not sure. You think that like there must be like some like pre-programmed like tunes and music, but as far as that goes, you're not really sure how to get it to work.
I wonder if later I'll find out from some way, shape, or form what the tunes are going to be inside of it. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll hold on to it for a later use.
Sure, you hang on to it.
Hopefully, like messenger pigeons will deliver us requests.
We'll see.
Through the hole that we made,
So
of course.
maybe.
There's got to be logic.
All right. So you guys found a wheelbarrow?
Yeah. How many corpses are in it, by the way?
There's 3 skeletons that are in the wheelbarrow, and then there's probably a pile of about like 20 others in this cell.
Oh, there's skeletons, like straight up just bones.
Oh yeah,
Is
bones.
there anything identifiable on them?
Fantastic.
Not really.
Can I hop in there with the bones and then grab a couple and just start drumming, you know?
Absolutely, make a performance check.
Oh, man, that's going to be bad. Not terrible. I think I'm better than Alistair at this point. I will take a 18.
Wow, it doesn't sound bad. He's pretty good at playing the bones.
Yeah.
I want to cast Sending to Zoff, and I'll put found wheelbarrow, gonna shoot it. Love Tilly.
A few moments later, you get a message back, Tilly, that says, "I wouldn't waste the shot on the wheelbarrow. I'd really save it because your life force and all." And that's all it says.
You should ask Zoff if he knows why we're here.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you have
Zoff
no
isn't
clue
here?
that you have no clue that Tilly sends these spells.
Oh, I don't?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's telepathic.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right, well then let's just keep going. Who's pushing who in the wheelbarrow?
What kind of dumb question is that? As I hop in, I'm still in the wheel.
Oh yeah,
right?
he's in the wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
So Tilly, are you pushing the wheelbarrow?
Oh, yeah. I am grabbing the wheelbarrow, and we are booking it down the hall, yelling, "We gotta shoot it! Gonna shoot it! We gotta shoot it!"
I hate these people.
They rush down the hall. Tilly, make an athletics check to not tip the wheelbarrow over.
God, I hope you
Don't
go
let me down!
ass over end.
14.
It's a little wobbly, Jandar, kind of side to side. Start down the hall.
Calm down.
Alistair, they
Ah, baby!
they leave you
You asked
behind,
for this.
and you're stuck in you're like in the hall.
You just hear down the hall. You hear down the hall. Too fast! Too furious!
And I pull out my lantern, and I have a big smile on my face.
I'm
as
too fast
near
for
them.
y'all, man!
And I'll
Can
just keep
we
walking.
turn the wheelbarrow around and then come back past Alistair and go,
Yeah, absolutely. You can do that.
"Tilly, drift it! Drift it!" I want to drift it.
Oh, God.
Make a
Performance check?
acrobatics.
Drifting check? Okay, will do.
Acrobatics. Acrobatics.
I don't think I've ever done acrobatics before.
Yep. You get a nice...
That's a 15.
The wheelbarrow slides a bit as you try to drift it, and it doesn't drift especially well, and the wheelbarrow tips over.
Oh,
It's all right. It's all right. We can get back up. We can keep going. Oh, man.
pick it back up.
You pick it back up as Alistair's got the lantern and just sort of staring down at you guys on the ground.
I have a new idea.
Yeah.
Never done before. Switch spots. Mind blown.
I
Let's do
would
it.
say that I like this idea, but I don't. Because I love it. Yes! We switch spots.
Absolutely. Tilly, you're in the pile of bones in the wheelbarrow.
But I grab 2 smaller bones and like...
Make a performance check.
Yeah!
Oh my God. We never get this on a real episode.
No, you don't. You guys hear the drumming of Tilly, and you somehow feel the emotion behind each and every strike of the bone on the rib cage.
You know what time it is, Tilly? Mach 2 time, baby! And I just take off.
Athletics check. Alistair, make a perception check.
Just want to let you know that my athletics, not good.
14.
Yep, that's a 14.
Oh.
Wow,
got
both 14s. You dive down the hall, and Alistair loses sight as you rush down. in the as you walk forward a little bit, Alistair, and it kind of gets quiet as their voices just sort of echo back down at you.
Can I do an echo voice real quick?
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning.
And Alistair, from one of the cells nearby, you hear this like as you're walking up to it, you hear this like kind of like grinding sound, like this. And you look down and you see like what looks to be like a boot with wheels on it sort of slide out from one of the cells.
Just one boot.
And then you hear a voice say, "I can give you the other. Looks like you need a bit of a spring in your step."
That's a wheel. It's not a spring.
I've been down here a long time, son. A long time.
What you mean, like? Okay, just give me that one, and I'll forget we ever had this conversation.
He slides the other one out, and he goes, "I just want you to consider that."
I'm gonna swipe him before he even gets a chance to finish.
You finish, grab him, and he goes, "Oh, I'm horrible at deal making."
Man, they're my size too.
And you have what look to be roller skates. Huh? Do you want to put them on and catch up with your friends?
Well, do they feel magical at all?
Sure, why not? We'll get you to put them on.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna put them on.
Yes.
Okay. What do they do?
You put them on, and you feel yourself being kind of like pushed forward down the hall. It looks like there's some momentum like magically in him. And he goes, I just like consider the possibility of letting me. And you start taking off. Make an athletics check with advantage.
Athletics check. That would be a 22.
You guys, as you're darting down the hall with the wheelbarrow, and you're moving pretty quick, you start hearing this like ching, 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 and you turn around, Jandar, and you see Alistair is diving forward on these boots with wheels on them, and he's going super fast. You think he's going to catch up.
Okay, I want to wait till I want to get up next to him.
Oh, you're pretty much there with a 20 whatever you have.
I'm like skating right next. I'm too hot. Hot damn. Police, no fireman. I'm too hot, and I want to turn around, and I want to go backwards. Hot damn. And then I want to speed up against looking at him, and then tell him to
skating
suck
backwards.
it. To suck it.
Make an acrobatics check if you're skating backwards.
Yep.
Oh, here
Skate
it comes.
backwards.
Here it comes.
Acrobatics.
Oh, man.
That would be a 17.
Wow, he skates backwards a bit, and he's pretty good. He spins around, and he goes for, and he kind of goes to push past you guys.
I'm impressed. I'm not gonna lie.
I think I'm Jan.
I'm not gonna lie. This is the most impressed I've ever been of Alistair, ever.
And he's doing it at Mach 3.
I cannot believe it.
Did you want to try and catch up so you don't lose?
Duh.
Athletics check.
Don't let me down.
That would be a 15.
One more than last time. You start running a little quicker, and you're having a hard time. It looks like Alistair's really, really going faster than you. Did you want to try like some kind of crazy maneuver, like pop a wheelie on the wheelbarrow?
Crazy
what?
maneuver.
You only live once. We got to do it. Let's go.
YOLO! Go ahead and make a athletics check with advantage.
With advantage.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully it's better than that. It was. That'd be an 18.
With an 18, you're running with the wheelbarrow, and you go to pop a wheelie, and it dawns on you that wheelbarrows can't pop wheelies, and you smash the two pieces that go to the ground, which would normally keep it stationary, into the ground, and it like makes this horrible grinding sound, and the wheelbarrow twists, and you guys both go flying forward. Alistair, you kind of spin back around to harass your friends, and you see the two of them going flying towards you, and you guys get like smashed into each other and then roll down the hall.
Ow!
I want to get up and keep running because winning's winning.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the wheelbarrow's wrecked now.
Yeah, you turn around and you guys are all like lying on the ground, and you see the wheelbarrow is smashed behind you. You look down and see these wheel like boots that you have like twisted under the weight of your friends hitting you, and it looks like they no longer are able to keep you moving forward.
Oh my god.
You want to switch back to your elven boots?
Yeah.
You switch back to your elven boots, and you guys realize that you're in a large chamber.
Perfect.
In the chamber is sort of kind of a pit in the center of the chamber, and it kind of has this weird eerie glow from where you're at. And you look around and you see a lot of this like strange architecture, these like coiling tendrils of like an illithid's like mouth tentacles.
Great.
Maybe we should be quieter from now on.
If anything's in this whole prison, they heard us.
This is true.
Yeah, you guys were kind of loud there.
Yeah.
We were having fun.
Now, as you guys are, like kind of in the entryway, the nearest prison cell that's not necessarily this chamber, you hear a loud voice go, who's there?
Who's
Knock,
there?
knock.
Me?
Me who?
Me. I don't get it. And you hear this like scratching sound.
Can I see anything with my lantern? Like if I pull it out?
You pull out the lantern and kind of peek around the corner, and you see this giant in the last cell. He has 3 eyes. He's the color like this, like kind of bright orange, like shockingly orange color. And he's just sort of like lying with his like butt on the ground, in like this like kind of like a like a
leotard?
Yeah, not necessarily a leotard,
like
but
a sash?
It's a cloth sash.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
What's your name?
Monop.
Monop. Hi, Monop.
Hi.
What are you doing down here?
They put me in here.
Why?
I hug too much.
You hug too much.
Well,
Who did you hug?
listen, this guy here loves hugs.
And he gets this big goofy grin on his face, and he's like kind of puts his hands like up to the bars, but the bars are like too narrow for him to reach through, and he just starts sort of patting against it, and he goes, you want a hug?
No.
I give hug.
Not right now. I'm not clean enough for a hug. I'm not.
He kind of like raises his arm and sniffs under his armpit and makes like a funny face, and he goes, me neither, but I not stop hug.
I'll give you a hug.
Open door and hug. And he starts smashing his hand against the door, and it kind of buckles a bit. This thing seems pretty strong.
A dimension door into it.
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
Oh my
God. Like leans down and picks you up, Tilly, and he kind of like holds you into his hands. He's a giant. He's really big, and he goes, hug, and he just smashes you into his chest.
Oh God, that's awful.
As he hugs Tilly, oh, by the way, Tilly, you take 10 damage from him smashing you into his chest.
I was wondering if I was going to do damage.
And as he does, he kind of starts kicking in delight, and he goes, hug. And he starts kicking his leg, and the rusty cell door smashes open.
Oh God. I'm going to use a charm spell for my Eyes of Charming, and I want to try to charm him.
Sure, he has to make what kind of save? Wisdom or charisma?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm assuming it's a wisdom save.
We'll go wisdom. Well, he got a 2 on the dice.
Yeah, he definitely didn't.
His -1 wisdom brings him down to a 1.
Yeah,
He
fails
failed.
that.
Yeah, he does.
So he's charmed. So he's like friendly with us now, right?
I mean, he was kind of already friendly. He was hugging Tilly currently.
Hey, could you let go of my friend please?
Okay. And he lets go of his hands, and Tilly, you hit the ground.
I would just be like, wow,
The good hug?
what a hug.
Yeah. Why don't you come on out here, friend?
Okay. And he kind of like crawls his way out of the cell. The cell door is fairly small, and he has to squeeze through it.
How did you get in there?
They put in the bars after they put me in here.
Oh, okay.
And he crawls out.
You wouldn't happen to know the way out of here, would you?
And he kind of like holds out his hand like this, as if he's pointing up, and you start looking up, and you realize he just starts picking his nose.
Oh, gross.
And he goes, what'd you say?
Do you know how to get out of here?
And the 3 eyes kind of blink out of unison. And he goes,
I've been here for a while, so I don't know. I would imagine that there's an exit, and you just go to the exit door, and there it is. That's how you leave.
He's got a good point.
You are smart. How about you come with us for a little bit and help us find an exit?
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Are there hugs where we're going?
Absolutely. I'll tell you who to hug. Don't hug anybody unless I tell you.
And he nods his head along.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what was your name again?
I think I forget. I think
It was Mornop.
Mornop. Okay.
Mornop.
All right, let's go, Mornop.
Mornock or more.
Let's go down. Where are we going? Where do we? How do we? What's out of this way?
And he looks into the room that was glowing with that like eerie pit, and he goes,
Are there things to hug in here?
and he starts walking into that room.
I don't take a look.
And Mornop walks into the chamber, and
And he goes right up to the pit and look in.
Yeah, don't go into it. Just look into it.
Sure. And Mornop saunters on over to the pit and looks in, and you guys see an endless amount of teeth explode out of the pit and rip Mornop to shreds.
Oh my god!
Mornop gets ripped to shreds, and all that's left are his feet on the ground. And you see a few teeth kind of pop up and scrape the last bit of his feet into the pit.
Ew. Tilly, you were his last hug.
It was the
You
best
better
hug I
remember
ever
that.
had.
You better remember that for the rest of your life.
Wow, that was aggressive.
That was messed up.
Okay.
Let's not go near that pit.
I want to reach into my bag
Uh-huh.
and see if the nightmare idol's in there.
You reach into the bag of holding, and as you're reaching around, you feel something squishy that you kind of don't remember being in there.
I want to take it out.
You take it out, and you find the head of an illithid. It's gray. It looks like one of its eyes are missing, and it looks like it's like the head of a Mind Flayer.
I don't want to be like, I don't remember putting that in here, and I just want to put it back in the bag.
You go to put it back in the bag of holding, and this blue kind of like aura sort of oozes out of the air and goes into the thing, and one of the eyes sort of like shakes open, and you can't fit it in the bag of holding anymore.
Throw it in the pit. Throw it in the pit.
Wait, no,
throw it in
hold
the
on.
pit.
So it's awake?
And it kind of like looks around and goes, "Oh, you three again."
Wait, us
Us
three
three
again?
Yes, again.
Who are you?
I am the warden of Illithid Penitentiary.
But you're just a head.
Right, because you cut it off my body.
Listen, that was an accident. Okay.
You don't what? I don't remember any of this. Do you remember doing that?
Yeah, we kind of cut that. We kind of cut his head off.
Tilly, you say that, but you don't remember doing that.
Yeah, we did. We did it.
Tilly, you're an
Make a
idiot.
deception check.
Am I making an insight check?
Yeah, you can make an insight check.
Oh, that's an insight check, all right.
14.
What'd you get?
I got a 7.
Maybe Tilly's telling the truth. She seems pretty serious about it. What about you, Jandar? Insight.
Man, what happens if it's a tie? I got a 14.
With a 14, you don't think she's telling the truth, but you can't really put your finger on it.
I mean, this head's telling me this. So, I mean, it sounds like something we would do.
Yeah, and all my friends I've made down here also said we were friends before they stabbed me in the hands and then got eaten by teeth. Teeth pits.
So, Warden,
Just saying. It's all bullshit.
what is this? What is going on?
Yeah, what's up
Tell
with
us
this
what's
pit?
going on.
Are you aware of the one known as Illinock?
Yeah, the teeth
Yeah.
are gnashing.
Wow, you say that like it's yeah, the teeth of gnashing. Yeah, we know him.
It says, yes, he's tearing through the fabric of reality, and soon he'll be released, and there'll be nothing any of you can do.
Yeah, but you're just a head, so there's really nothing you can do right now.
Once Illinock wakes up, he'll rend through this world regardless whether I had a body or not.
So is that Illinock right there in that pit?
It's just one of the many points in this world where he is rending out.
You guys think I should throw this head in the pit?
The being the head does not show concern in the least.
Oh.
I don't know. I feel like it's our only clue that we at least have realized at this point.
The clue was shoot it. So what are we shooting?
Well, it has one eye, right? You said?
The eye?
He has one eye, yeah.
Yeah,
Looks
okay.
like the other one is popped out or been missing or something. You could ask him.
Do an investigation check of the room. See if there's anything else I can see.
I will ask
absolutely.
him about his eyeball.
He says, one of you plucked it out with an arrow. I presume you. And he looks to you, Jandar.
Yeah, yep, that'd be me. My bad.
You're bad? Or are you proud of it?
I'm not really sure. I don't really remember any of this, so it could have been real bad. It could have been okay. I'm not sure. I'm going to land in the middle and just cover the bases.
18.
With an 18, you kind of coil around the room, and you look up and you see all this weird stonework that's looks like these the tendrils of an octopus, and you get this kind of weird feeling that's the stonework kind of moves around a little bit, but aside from that, you don't get close enough to the pit, much like the poor giant.
I would like to take the head and wear it like a hat, so it looks like I have two heads.
You put the head of the warden on top of your head, and the warden goes, "Splendid, a hat."
Splendid, a hat.
Now, is this what we're going to do?
Now is this what we're going to do?
You guys are children. I hate this place. Warden, how do we get the hell out of here?
There's no escape.
There
no
definitely
escape.
is. You bring people in all the time. How do you bring them in?
No.
No. I got him finally.
The warden says, no, they sealed off the path to Enwina Lume long ago. But I have a job.
No, I want to get out of this prison. I don't want to go to Enwina Lume.
I take him off my head and I look right at him. What's your job?
He says, I keep all the prisoners contained. And he sort of looks at the down the hall as you're holding him up and sees the smashed open cell door, and he goes,
You're down 3 prisoners.
when I had a body, I was able to do such things.
Well, what if I make you a deal that we leave the rest of the prisoners locked up if you help us unseal this pathway?
He says, they're going to stay sealed up because the path to leave this place is sealed up.
Yeah, but I opened up 3. There's a hole right where we came in. How did we get here? Did you ever think of that?
I'm aware the metal contraption smashed through. I took a lot of damage from the smashing of the...
Oh, did we run into you?
And he kind of mumbles.
Oh, okay.
So you can't
Told
really
you
say
we
this
did
place is sealed up anymore. There's a gaping hole.
Yeah, there's
So
actually a way out.
we can let everybody loose and then just figure out a way out the hole, and then you haven't done your job at all.
He doesn't say anything. Chili, go ahead and make an intelligence check. Damn.
7.
With a 7? Gosh, your head hurts? Is there anything that you have that can cure this headache? If alchemical supplies, right?
I have an idea.
A little bit of alcohol supply.
I put the head on top of Tilly's head to try to soothe her head.
The warden says, if I had a throat and a stomach, I would be sucking your brains out right now.
Listen to your head. I got 3 magical potions and 30 vials of alcohol supplies. Do you think that'll help take care of your whatever you got going on over there?
I don't know if your healing potions are going to give me a body back.
They've been known to grow, limbs back. Whole bodies, I don't know, but limbs maybe.
All right, hand one here.
All right. I pop the top and I dump in his mouth.
It dumps into its mouth, and it pours right down its head on top of your head. And it goes, oh, swell, it didn't work.
Well, you weren't trying hard enough.
So this is my fate. Tilly, you were reaching into the bag, right?
Yeah, I was reaching in the bag to grab Nightmare Riddle.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because you were looking around for that. Go ahead and roll a d20.
5.
With a 5, you rifle through the bag, and you do not find the Nightmare Idol yet.
What the hell? Can't find this thing. Trying to throw it in the pit. Needs to go home.
I look for my, I check for my gem, like my jade gem.
You don't have it. You look through your stuff and it is not there. It's not on you anyway. Whether it's in the bag of holding, whether it's on one of your friends, whether it's somewhere else, you have no idea.
Guys, I have a weird feeling about this place.
Yeah, I've had a weird feeling too, and we were trapped in darkness and we were in the prison.
Yeah, but I feel like it's almost like I feel like we're not really here or something. Like I'm missing stuff that I would never be without, and we've just had these weird moments. Like, how do we end up here and not remember how we got here? Like,
Right.
we've been through some fucked up shit, and we generally remember everything.
Yeah.
Even some of these trips to the bar and the wheelbarrow fun tracks around the city. I mean, I maintain and remember most of that stuff, but this I don't remember anything.
Your heads do hurt. I mean, it does feel like you maybe hit hit a bump. This thing seems to think that like you killed it. But as far as that goes, you're not sure. Maybe there is something funnier going on here. It is strange that you don't have your gemstone.
Do I have the book?
The book?
The dream journal?
No, you don't. You do not have the dream journal.
Huh.
What about that Nomophone you found?
Well, I still have that, right?
You want to grab that out?
I still have that, yeah, right?
As you pull it out, you don't even hit anything on it. You just hear.
The thing's not working right.
We need to fix it.
Ask
You
the
gotta fix
warden to fix how we can
How
fix
does
it.
he's not going to know what this is.
Ask him.
Warden, you know what this is?
It's a nomophone, right?
Do you know how to fix one of these?
Oh, yeah, let me just go ahead and get my tool set out. And, oh, wait, I don't have a body.
All you complain about is not having a body.
Well, maybe if you didn't rip my head off and leave the body in a
I'm
pit.
sure there was a very good reason for that.
I was trying to kill you.
I'm
Yep,
so
exactly.
sick of this
What?
guy talking crap. You've been no help, and I just take the head off my head and throw it in the pit.
Oh,
Make a athletics check.
Bye, 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 bye.
Athletics check of 7.
It hits the ground about 5-10 feet away from you.
Oh, I'm going to soccer
I
kick
scoop it up. I scoop it
I
up
want to kick
first.
it. I want to kick it.
Go ahead and make a attack roll, Alistair strength check, and then you're going to make a sleight of hand check, Jandar, to see if you can scoop it before he can kick it.
You ready,
I'll let
Jandar?
Charlie Brown.
You ready? 3, 2, 1, roll. Oh, strength check?
Strength check for you, Alistair.
8.
15.
He scoops up the head, and you go to kick and
What?
fall on your butt.
Oh,
How dare you treat my friend like that?
he's
Okay?
not your friend. He said he tried to kill us.
Yeah, but he's
And
not
you
trying
shot
to
his
kill
eye-
us right now.
But he
Look
said
it.
you
And
shot
I
his
put him
eye
down.
out.
Well, I mean, friends get in arguments sometimes, okay? Like, I told him I was sorry.
The warden says, I really, really wish he had been able to kick me into that pit.
Let's just keep going. Let's get out of this room. Let's go somewhere else.
Go where?
I don't know. Is there anywhere else to go around?
Make an intelligence check, Alistair.
Yeah, that's not gonna do much for us there. 10.
With a 10, you start to kind of feel like maybe this room is why you're here. Like you like your gut reaction is you want to leave, but like there's something about this room that like seems important.
Well, do I know that if I go up to the hole, it's gonna eat me?
I mean, you saw it happen to the giant.
Okay. Do I see any like marks at like maybe what distance it doesn't reach to on the ground?
You do see the teeth marks on the ground where it's like slid out and grabbed the remains of the giant. You feel like you could maybe get up to around there and see what had happened.
Okay.
I decide to look at the warden and kind of be like, man, I don't remember it, but I feel like you were probably cooler when you had a body. I just don't think this is going to work. And I toss him into the pit.
You huck the head. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
With guidance.
With guidance, apparently.
That would be a 13.
Since you had to get a little closer to pick up the head, you're closer than Tilly was. You huck the head, and you just hear the warden say, "Oh, goody," as it kind of flies over the pit inside, and then teeth explode out and just grab it out, and then slide back down into the pit. Alistair, make me an Arcana check.
Boy, hopefully that was
16.
The 16, you get closer and you can kind of see into the pit, and it looks like just like an endless amount of teeth, like rending together, smashing together, but it doesn't make sound. And the teeth sort of like, as you get a little closer and you peek in, they sort of like kind of like wobble as if they're like in the base of someone's mouth, like the gums themselves sort of like kind of twist around a bit to point towards you, and they start kind of wiggling in your direction.
That's gross.
Jandar, make an intelligence check.
It's so gross.
intelligence would be a 19.
With a 19, you feel like you have something squirreled away in the bag of holding for this.
In the bag of holding.
I tell Tilly this, and that we need to search the bag of
In
holding.
the bag of holding, we've got some saddles. We've got.
What if I put my hand in the
got
bag of
dark
holding and I feel
stars.
around?
You reach your hand into the bag of holding and feel around. You pull the you reach something and it feels cold, and you pull out what looks to be, it looks almost like an old timey like musket like rifle. It has black iron with like chrome parts on it. It has a tripod attached to it, and you suddenly feel like this is the reason why you're here.
Hell?
That's
It's
what
big
we
and heavy.
needed.
It is real heavy. You cannot one-hand this thing. You sort of pull it out, and the tripod sort of hits the ground, and you can kind of like line it up from there.
Maybe you gotta shoot in that hole.
I think you need to add your nomophone to it.
Maybe
This
if I...
room we're in, it's just it's a big room with no additional hallways.
There's no additional hallways here now.
Is there any platforms above it?
Is there any weird
to me.
looking like piece of the wall, like a sealed off piece of the wall, or is it just this pit?
I don't believe anyone made an investigation check, did they?
No.
You can go ahead and make one.
I will, Craig.
Thank you.
That's a investigation check of 18.
With an 18, it does not seem to be. This looks like this is like a dead end here. There were other cells way up in the way, but you have a feeling that this is the place you should be, why you came here, though you can't remember it.
I think I have an idea. And I need to perform this super fast before the opportunity disappears.
Uh-huh.
I need to turn and shoot Alistair. That's why I'm here.
Is that why?
It's going to be like a less than. I'm not aiming for like the head or anything. Maybe like the foot.
With this thing?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You turn around and go to pull the trigger and hit it, and you feel, Jandar, like there's some like maybe like some of your life is kind of like fading out of you, but it doesn't. Nothing happens when you aim and fire the trigger at Alistair.
Good.
Thanks.
Good. I
Thanks
just
for
was
that.
making sure. I feel like sometimes I'm
No. Sometimes
supposed
you
to shoot you.
You should never feel like that.
I mean, I
Ever.
shot you a few
Nope.
times. It feels
Yeah.
good about every time I do it.
I don't feel good about that.
I'm going to turn to the pit and how does it? I'm not going to shoot yet, but I'm going to aim at the pit. Do I have any other like a different sensation?
It feels like you should be doing it. You get this like feeling like, oh, okay, yeah, this is what I'm here for.
Yeah, but that aura that's like pulling, like you said, that felt like my life force was pulling from me.
Oh yeah, so when you pulled the trigger on Alistair, you felt a little bit of like your like kind of like your life kind of like oozing out a bit. If you're not hitting the trigger, it doesn't seem like that's doing it.
Do you need some help?
No, I'm going to aim at the pit and I'm going to pull the trigger.
Sure, you go to pull the trigger. Who's by? Do you guys all walk up to the strange blunderbuss?
I mean, I'm staying away because he just tried to shoot at me.
Sure. So you two, Tilly and Jandar, you go to pull the trigger as you're aiming at this pit. Go ahead and make an insight check, the both of you.
Whew. Not the best. That would be 11.
Unnatural 20.
Tilly, you get a really bad feeling. You feel like there's something missing as only the two of you are about to shoot, and like you stop Jandar from hitting the trigger. You
Told you, we need to add the nomophone to this to amplify the power.
Okay, here you go.
It's not a bad idea.
Alistair, you get up close, and do you guys want to fire it now?
Yes, well, he's still next to me.
I'll hand the nomophone to Tilly.
Sure. So Tilly, you have the nomophone, and as you go to get a hold of it, the thing falls to pieces on the ground and shatters.
Oh, man.
And Jandar, you wanted to pull the trigger, right?
Uh-huh.
You pull the trigger, and now that all three of you are next to it, you guys feel like your life kind of get tugged a bit.
Ooh.
There's a flash of light, and that's where we're going to go ahead and pause.
Man.
This adventure, for those who do not know, is going to happen in the campaign. Later in this adventure, this is canon. This is absolutely going to happen later on, and I will let the listeners know when this event happens and how they can find it on our Patreon page.
Craig, that was clever, you dirty son of a bitch. I'm going to throw some dice at you.
God, Jesus.
Man, I was like, wait, we can't stop like this during a live show?
He's like kind of giving me
he is?
subtle facial gestures, like there's something in the bag of holding you need to pull out. And I'm like,
those
giving him
intelligence
these
rolls were
subtle,
so bad.
I'm getting into these subtle facial recognitions back. That I go, Craig, I put so much shit in that bag. I don't know what you want.
There's organs, skulls, gold.
I got saddles. I
my
got
goodness.
dark stars. I've got. I tried to put a drill bit in for crying out loud. I had a bunch of teeth and vomit in there at one point.
I kept having you guys roll intelligence, thinking one of you is going to get like over a 10, and it was like 4, 2, 3, 7.
Yeah, we did bad.
And I was like, oh wow, this should have flowed a little bit better. But yes, this adventure is going to be canon. It is in campaign. Some stuff is going to happen clearly from the time our current listeners have stuff going on and this adventure. Hence why you guys had no memory of what was going on. You guys had a knock to the head. But as far as that goes, I hope everyone enjoyed it. I tried to put in everyone's requests. Yeah, I tried to do the best I could. I think Chris wanted a little bit more in the way of spider action, but by the time they soothed the savage beast with song, I wasn't able to keep him coming
Craig
back.
ended it just before I was going to sing Gangster's Paradise, so oh well, maybe next time.
Hindsight's 2020. If only I could keep that going. Hope everyone enjoyed. This live stream is going to be a Patreon special in the coming days. It'll be on patreon.com/GameZilla Media. It'll be free. You won't even need to be a subscriber. It'll be available to everybody. But we have plenty of other things on our Patreon page if you decide you want to start supporting the show. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to check out Noobs and Dragons. From episode 1, it goes through the adventures of Jandar, Tilly, and Alistair as they, muck about and get wrapped up in really, really weird, crazy shit.
You can't say weird and crazy because you come up with it.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it is weird and are you saying it's not weird and crazy? Is it normal?
I mean, it feels like it's normal for you.
You also get to watch.
Alright, fair
You also
enough.
get to watch a group of people that had no idea what they were doing, learn this game,
had
and
no idea.
and still not have any idea what we're doing. But we're better. We're better. We're a little bit better.
Plus, everybody who was still watching at the time that it happened, you all got to witness a first and greatest accomplishment that this campaign has ever done, and that is
Rolling back-to-back 20s.
Grimlock finally broke Craig WK.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
One of my biggest pet peeves is like the mimic like oh, that's my pet peeve. It's my pet peeve. And so it's just like when I'm trying to DM it and do a voice and stay in character, it just like derails it, and I was just like, oh my god, I can't do this.
Now, I mean, the only reason I did it was thanks to somebody. Was it LPJ? I think was in the chat and told me to wear it as a hat. So then every time he talked, I felt like I needed to speak as well. So. It's thanks to LPJ that happened.
Thanks for nothing, LBJ.
Yes, thanks for nothing, LPJ, indeed. No, I appreciate you listening in, LPJ. Hopefully you and everyone else enjoyed the live stream. There were quite a few people.
Make sure you share out this live stream and bring more people in.
Yeah.
Yeah, the video.
Listen to this.
The video will stay up, so feel free to share the video out for anybody that wants to get a taste of what Noobs and Dragons is all about, and understand that there are something like 64 episodes that you can go listen to right
Just
now
a few episodes
on Spotify,
Just a bit.
iTunes, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, wherever it is that you like to listen to podcasts. We're there, so get on this adventure and see what Jandar, Tilly, and Alistair are really up to, is what it seems like.
And this event is going to happen in the future in the campaign, so look forward to that. And you three can look forward to that as well.
That's something we can look forward to.
Something like
I
that.
don't know.
But all right, well, this has been a great test run. You know, we've never done this before. We picked the Facebook platform just because we knew a lot of people would come out and help us out. I want to say, thank you again to everybody that gave their encourage the show. Had some control over it. We had a lot of fun. We were all watching the chat, so it was a good time. And I honestly enjoyed this so much that I will be pushing Craig for us to do it again eventually.
We will hopefully do some type of live events in the future, maybe every so often for fun, for bonus adventures, things like that. We'll play around with it and see what we can come up with, and I hope you all enjoyed.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna cut the stream and get the rest of this audio stuff cut up. And thanks for hanging out. We will see you every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Again. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
It's one of the most alive.
I'm gonna murder the three of them in campaign.
Keep